It's kind of crazy to start it right now and right here, and hoping to even enjoy ever even try to listen what was the record and what just really barely not the cringe about the quality and the content itself that I've made and I'm making right now. But at some point you gotta just start it and to see what basically where you standing in your life, where you standing, and it's kind of it's kind of enjoyable. One of the reasons that we are strive to improve, as we see how bad we've been yesterday or a year ago, and that's what motivates us, give us quality quality of our of course you gotta be critical to yourself, you gotta understand that if nobody willing to listen to it, or you're kind of still not breaking through your creation, it's probably the problem not of the it's not the problem of your viewers or problem of market and everything. It's problem in you. I was like amazed to realize recently. Okay, let me give you just simple story that happened recently. I'm gonna start with just a basic story from life. So one of my friends and so-called partners was working hard to just resell one old computer, but it's not really bad computer. It's actually pretty okay. It's actually pretty good for the price he was asking, but people will be critical, and he was even trying to sell it through the Facebook marketplace or any other platform. He was putting the not just the Facebook marketplace, he was putting Facebook's advertisements, just like basically paying every day to show it to right people or people who's going to be interested. And it's it's kind of funny. It's didn't came out right, no results. Like basically like let's say even if it's like 15-10 bucks for the week, but it's a loss, and he lost from that. Okay, but he didn't give up. He's tried to find another way. So basically, he put on a local website of used things. It's called the like second-hand website. But they're just simple description and simple pictures, not crazy poster I helped him to create, like graphical and everything. They're just like basic mobile phone pictures. And he shared it, right? So he shared it on a website, and every day like he's getting the call after call, and he was like excited, like people trying to hustle on him, try to get reduce the price, try to get everything, but he's like, you do believe, it's like keep believing in that, and call after the call after the call. It's like it took about a week, but basically 10 out of, let's say, couple hundreds people that seen this message, couple tens called him back, and only the one like picked and paid the right price and took the product. So what gives me that feeling? It's just basically we're talking about like 10%. If you really believe in your product, okay? If it is trash, okay? Like if you put that computer in front of like really good ones right now, wow, we're talking about like real first generation i7 processor with a like simple hard drive and everything, and the graphics card is like costing nothing today, but it's kind of like it's kind of weak, but it's still graphics card, and it's just suddenly like somebody paying the price, and like he found the right customer, which is give me that understanding and view on the things that it's actually people will like your product if you believe in the product. He was like really believed it's a good product, it's a good computer. It doesn't matter. He checked the programs on it like Illustrator and Photoshop, and it was working. But on paper it looked something not worth. But in his vision, he had that vision. It's this product worth the time. It's worth of trying out, finding new ways, finding new creative ways, and breakthrough. Just basically, it was a breakthrough. He found it. He found the right customer. He found the right person to join, to basically buy it. So coming back to my original idea, I want to see how much my product, this podcast or this product will give me that feel that it's the right product to make. And maybe it's hard to understand and realize right now. Maybe it's something that I will, of course, I will cringe about it. Of course, I will like ask myself, what are you thinking? Like you should be more ready, or you should have that and this. How about like simple stuff? How about that? But in the end, it's about to create. It's all about to just move forward and create something. To believe that you have the right idea and right belief. And I think it's one of the reasons I'm starting this podcast, and I'm starting this broadcast, just to give myself a reminder that my idea is actually right. And if you're still bearing with me this all time, then I'm blubbering about it. Let me share you this idea. So I'm basically believing that podcast it's a new way of communicating, sharing ideas, sharing your own sharing your own word and your own view on the things around you, because right now we all know we live in an age of the fake news and fake that, fake this. And coming back to the just like another story, it changed my view on a podcast. How much how much this is important to me, to listen people and pick the right person I want to trust in. It's basically all about building the trust. So give me example. I'm like working right now in IT of hospital. And I'm working in a hospital, and the quarantine and the epidemic and pandemic is starting out, and people confused. Like people give every kind of advice: how to live, how to behave, what to do, what not to do. And you actually want to, like yourself, like as I am, I want to try to understand what actually is the right way right now. That was terrifying. That was terrifying moment, and I'm not one of those who's like really like clinging on, but that was confusing at times. And people who had like authority, like medical authority, I do believe in their practice. I believe in their practice. I believe in their hands, that they can perform a right right operation or right surgery, to be more precise. But was really like skeptical about how much they're educated, how much it's their confusion and their sort of uh, let's say their sort of like belief system to give me that like that answer. Everybody wanted to give the answer. Everyone was like looking up for that and like I'm gonna give the right answer. So I wasn't like actually trusting the doctors and really professional ones, like real people of their professions. And took me so much like effort like to believe in that. And suddenly I'm discovering like the Joe Rogan podcast, having somebody like with a medical degree giving his feedback about what is going on and what is the right things right now, and what's actually COVID it is, or what is like this pandemic talking about. So, it took me that realization that I believe what he says, not because he's the doctor of some type of authority, because like no one had the authority to talk about this. No one had. That was so confusing. Like, of course, we're talking about the doctors that like. Uh, I'm not dismissing their like level of professionalism they have. Absolutely not. I'm talking like straight about facts that nobody had. That was like pure speculation. Every day we heard controversial things to each other. That one doctor said that, and one epidemiologist said that, and that was really confusing. So we basically, in times, it reminded me, in times that we are confused, we're looking for somebody to assure us, to give us some of like his experience about some topic, so we can trust him. Like we want to listen somebody genuine, not like kind of poser that trying to impress everyone, but real genuine opinion. What's going on? What's really like what to do? And we're not talking about even like pandemic days, like every confusion. Let's say, what's next? It's going to be like economic crisis. If we talk about the economic crisis, like the I like the I like this talk about people who was like there's a movie. God damn it, I don't remember. There's a movie about like the year in 2008 crash, and somebody talking about like there's a movie about like really big Hollywood movie about some like stockbroker who's working on some marketing company, and uh, is talking. There's the movie portray him as somebody who's who's doing. He's like. Was like predicting, like sort of like I told you. Everyone wanna give that feel. I told you. Like I was looking at it. I seen that, and of course it is. Of course, like people were talking about the pandemic. Of course, people been like predicting the first wave and second wave. We all knew, like we all heard about it. Like, but like most of the people were like dismissive. Most of the people were like, "Come on, it's not coming out. Look at it. Look at this. Look at this. People are sitting in the coffee tables." Yesterday we've been in a movie theater. It's like nobody like mask, who cares about masks? But now we're looking like right now I'm still working in a hospital, and I'm like today we finished. If like talk about like personal topic, today was like really not the hard day, but like really intensive day. We had like a, let's say, grand opening of next next COVID department, because the first one is filled out. Here comes the like second one, and that was weird. You know, like one after another coming in, and it's like it feels not a joke anymore. Doesn't feel like wow. It's rumors. Like you can't say it's just rumors when you see patients on the beds. Like we have like video cameras, and like I've seen them in beds on this like ventilation machine. It's kind of creeps me out, and but people still think it's not real. People still like dismissing it, and I'm still myself, right? Myself, like I'm not really believing the mask right now. Like they have to work, right? They have to work. I gotta repeat myself. Like they have to work. That's what like general rules say. But what about like maybe like social distance is just enough. Maybe the keep yourself like a little bit like less in a big companies, less like what if like we go tomorrow, like I'm going tomorrow to the bank, and somebody is like positive around me and he doesn't wear a mask. They're saying if you spread your saliva or any outside like your fluids, it's basically that's how you make people sick. But like I don't believe I sick or anything. I don't have any symptoms. And then they talk about like there's like this disease doesn't give the symptoms, this virus. And then I'm like even more confused. Like how come? Like they talk about it's like next level flu. So like in the flu, all of us are we all like experience the flu almost the same. We all have like temperature, weakness, coughing, and yada yada yada. But like suddenly there comes something like flu that everyone is experienced differently. It just adds up to confusion of disease itself, of the virus, and how it spread. Nobody can like really tell us like how it's really spread. That's one. But I'm not. I don't want to go too much about my speculation. It's pure speculation. But I don't know. It's just weird. Like it feels. I've asked myself, like, is this real life? Like realizing, like in the next year we still gonna wear masks. Like, come on, it's so goddamn surrealistic. Like it's simulation. Like there's no freaking way. Like let's say I to be honest, like people like it's probably people try to make create trend of the wearing the mask. Like let's say like fashion way. Okay, it's like possible, but it's probably like a little bit worked and a little bit not. Like more not than yes, but it was still kind of like in fashion wearing the mask. And now suddenly it's like people are really into it. They really put in like effort to make it creative and comfortable. And I'm just freaking out. Like, is this real life? Like, how come people just wearing just mask in all the world, except couple countries, which is like even more like I've seen there's a guy like on YouTube. His name Bold and Bancroft. He had a COVID problem. He actually had the COVID, and he was talking how much it's like deadly and how scary, and how much he was like wow, like it took him like a lot of effort to coming out of it. and suddenly he's like in a Prague, like Czechia, and he's like, or Czechoslovakia, something like that, like in Europe. There's no like mask prohibition, and he was just like walking around like, well, I don't get the guy who was like almost died from the COVID today is just walking around without mask. Like what the hell? What what is going on? Is this real life? I'm really not sure. I'm really not sure what's the wait now. What's awaiting us? More masks, I guess, and the quality of them is degrading every day because it's like they still didn't came up with a good quality, like fast and good ones. So most of them, like one of my co-workers are really suffering from those masks. It's like, god damn it, they're so smelly. He can't stand of the smell of the mask. And I guess I found the only solution, like just like you gotta take them out of the like nylon pack, and have them like in your like backpack, couple of days, to let the smell came out. But he's really suffering from it. We're all suffering, and I see people. Couple days ago, there was like real hard heat hit the country, and people were like dying, like dying. You can't breathe. I was really struggling with the mask. Like couple times, I was like, remove the mask, bring it back, remove, bring back. Like some like sort of like social responsibility I had, because I've seen people walking with a mask too, and I was like, it's kind of not cool if he's suffering. I'm not like. I guess it's like a good sign that I have like social responsibility. If I see like we all follow the example, and I see people that walk in the right example, so I followed it. It's kind of classic rule. But yeah, I guess it's gotta take a time to realize how much life changed now. I guess I never imagine times like that. I even don't see like the COVID become like just like rare disease by the look in how much it's infectious. It looks like it's got a part of our lives, which is even more hard to accept to me. Like what the hell? Like if it's so, whoa. Let's talk about it. Like you know, man, I want to get depressed about dogs. How much it's gonna change the view on life. Let's talk about more positive. On a positive thing, it's my lifestyle. It's kind of supports everything about this disease. Like I'm not really like care not leaving the home. Some people are suffering. Like I want to go out. You know what? I'm actually suffering from this condition, because I really like the crowd, but not to be inside of the crowd, which is cool too. It's awesome to be like, let's say, in a good concert, like when you listen in like your favorite band, and you actually hear somebody like know by heart the words. That was like my favorite experience I had. And I was like on my one of the rap concerts, like my one of my favorite artists back then, and I was like singing every like song rocking by the heart, and there was like young people was like, what, how does he know that song? They were confused by me, but the energy, was like still good vibe. What was I talking about? Yeah, the social life. Okay, what I'm really missing about all this pandemic right now It's live concerts, like good ones, not the Israeli ones. Like fuck them. I actually dropped the F right. Them. So um, let's talk about those concerts in Israel. That's so bad. They're so bad. People smoking. I remember I've been on Gojira concert. Awesome band, like Europe most famous, like progressive rock. They got stadiums, and we inside a small club for like 300 people, and it's packed. But people smoking so tense. I remember I came like one of the first early birds in there, and the place was like chilling from the conditioner, like AC. And after like in the middle of the concert, the lead singer is like, guys, please calm down on smoking, like I cannot breathe, I'm trying to 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 give you the performance, but I cannot breathe because of all the smoking you doing here, like I cannot breathe through smoke. And wow, that was like real mind blowing to realize how rude we are here, like really rude to people around us. Like we don't care. I want to smoke, I don't care, here in the middle of the place, and I see it. But hey, it's now time, their time to pay the price, right? I'm guessing like they're really feeling it when they get in like that mask on a face, and like enjoying the smell of themselves after all this heavy smoking. You. And yeah, if you bear with me about the next episode, I'll give you my share my little story how I quit this idiot stupid activity, and that was actually interesting journey. So yeah, join me the next time when I'll give you my rundown about stuff around us, not really particularly going to any direction. And see you next time. Bye.